Hey, what's up you guys? Megan here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you a college day in my life because these are some of my favorite videos to film and I know y'all love them, but unfortunately they're coming at you today from my childhood bedroom because all of our classes are online. I actually wanted to share today my day as well as some tips I have for y'all for focusing during this time. Recently I've been journaling a lot more. I used to do that a lot and now I've been like picking it back up because I feel like I don't know how to feel. I've read like a lot of articles and I feel like a lot of people on social media are either saying like this is your time to relax, like take time to like recoup and like, you know, refocus, whatever. And then there's the other side of that, which is like if you don't come out of this with a side hustle, you're just lazy. Honestly, like depending on the day, I could feel either way. A lot of this has obviously been very overwhelming to everyone, but transitioning online for classes, especially halfway through the semester, more than halfway, like was definitely really weird. I'm still kind of getting the hang of it. I just wanted to share today some actual tips that I actually use. It's not gonna be this like 7 a.m. morning routine. As y'all saw, I woke up at like 10. It's currently 11. It is what it is. I know when I work best and we're just accepting that at this point. Like we're taking what we can get, we're doing our work, and then we're going to bed. Like it's really fine. I think I've really tried to strike a nice balance between the two to like have grace with yourself and realize that like maybe you're not gonna get up at the same time or be like as productive as you once were, but that's not an excuse to not do your work. So even if you're performing at 60%, at least you're performing 60%. You know what I mean? So like just do something. If y'all are new, definitely subscribe down below. I am hoping to make these videos more in the fall, the college days in life, and of course during the summer I'm going to be putting out a ton of content because I have more time obviously and I just have a lot of fun stuff planned, so definitely stay tuned for that. So just to hop into the first tip, y'all just watch my morning montage, and while it may have looked like, oh, I'm getting my coffee and then I'm waking up and like opening my blinds, I do those things, but also like it's not that glamorous. Just do something in the morning, even if it's at 11 a.m. like that's fine. At least you're doing something consistently. I always make my coffee. I make myself a little breakfast. Today it was a bagel and we had cream cheese. I was really excited about that. I come upstairs, I watch a YouTube video, just one. I have it in a separate player so that I cannot watch more than one. I was watching Kiara's Week in My Life. I love her videos because they're very motivating. I try not to watch like Netflix or anything like that because I find that once I start I really can't stop, and also YouTube's like very motivating for me, so makes me want to get after it. So I watched that, I ate my breakfast, and then while I was watching the video I was planning out my days. I have actually been using this app called Notion, and I think I'm gonna make a whole video just on this because this app has honestly changed my life. Like it's so cool. Like I just have to show y'all. I basically have my list of weekly to-dos on the left, and on the right I have each day. I just list out the top 3 tasks I want to finish today, and that is something that has really helped me focus. Today is focused on making sure that I'm caught up on lectures because I've been little behind. To finish out this little routine literally takes like 30 minutes. It's super simple, but what I've been liking to do is making my bed. I like to do this just so that I don't get back into bed, especially I know that's tempting in the morning. Just you're really tired, you don't want to do work, etc, etc. I just brought home my bedding from college, so I kind of have a new look going on, so that's been motivating me to make it as well. And then I take 5 minutes, literally just 5 minutes to get ready for my day. So I will change out of this. Honestly, for me, either putting on jeans has been really nice. I have this one really comfy pair that I like to wear and it makes me feel all productive, or some athleisure, just to like get out of this XXL t-shirt, just feel like you're focusing. My last thing is I put on a little bit of makeup. Super simple, but it just makes me feel like we got our lives together. I just want to say that I feel like everyone puts the same freaking tips in all these videos and I'm trying to make some of them different, but also if you're like me, I watch these videos, I saw the same tips over and over again. I was like, okay, like whatever, you have to change. Okay, cool, I'm not gonna do that. And then I actually did, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna finish out my morning routine real quick, but then I'm gonna show y'all what I do to kind of stay focused in my workspace and how I structure my school day. Why am I out of breath? I didn't even do anything. I just finished getting ready. It literally took like 10 minutes, including making my bed. So this is like an outfit I'd probably wear to class with a pair of tennis shoes, but it's just my Free People top. It's like the really loungy one that I wear literally once a week. And then I'm also wearing this star choker that I got in my FabFitFun box. Wearing a scrunchie because I usually like to tie my hair back when I'm doing work. And these little gold hoops are from Target, I believe. And they haven't like really ruined my ears yet, so that's good. And then I'm wearing this tennis skirt. It's from Marshall. Marshalls, and it's actually really flattering. And it has built-in shorts, so nothing crazy going on here. This is just my outfit. It makes me feel like I'm gonna be productive today. Back at the desk, don't even mind this. This is patching up holes. This is in a later video. I'm going to be doing a desk makeover after finals are over. I'm gonna be repainting that, so just ignore. Usually on Wednesday, I'd have 4 in-person classes, but since we're online, obviously we don't have that anymore. I actually only have 1 scheduled class today, which is my stat lab. For that, you have to not only like have your camera on, your mic on, but you actually have to be doing your work in your groups. So like you have to very much be like present for that. But that's like the only scheduled thing I have. And then my one discussion is just a discussion post, which is really nice because it usually takes me less time to do that than it would for the actual discussion. So that is very much ideal. I have about an hour before my stat lab, but I wanted to quickly share just a couple tips I have for creating a workspace and really just focusing there, because when this all started, I had a very tough time focusing at my desk or doing work anywhere, because usually when I do work at school, if you guys watch my vlogs, I almost always go to a library or a classroom or somewhere else besides my room because I can't focus in my room. Obviously, you can't really leave your house anymore, so I had to adapt. That is just all a very long-winded way to say that you should have a designated workspace. I recommend if you have a desk or a dining room table. I do like in here how I can close my door and it's very much like my space. One tip that I highly suggest for like creating a working space is if you have your desk, only do work at your desk. Even this morning when I was watching that YouTube video, I was still like planning my day. And so if I'm like taking a break or doing anything like that, I go on my bed or leave the room or whatever. One caveat to that is that I usually actually watch my lectures in bed, which probably isn't the best thing, but also like I'm watching my lectures, so whatever. I try to make sure though that my bed is made so at least I feel a little bit more productive. If you don't have a desk or any other space that you can work in your house, I suggest in your room either like sit on the floor or something to kind of like get off your bed, or if you have to sit on your bed, maybe sit on the end of your bed to just kind of feel like you're not relaxing and just feel like you're doing work over here. You sleep over here, you relax over here, kind of like that. Just mental separation, key. When this first started, I had downloaded TikTok over spring break, and let me tell you, the first week of online class was very, very difficult because my phone is right here. I was looking at TikTok all the time. My tip for that is to put your phone away in a drawer. I even have these bookshelves above my desk, so like maybe put it up there where you can't see it. Get it away from yourself so you don't see it and want to go on it. And usually I'm not even like getting anything when I like go on Instagram, like refreshing the page. No one's posted and I'm still looking. So 2 little small things that just really help the ambiance in my room and just kind of make it a more enjoyable place to work is opening the windows. I have been loving doing this, especially since the weather in Virginia has been like pretty nice. It's been like in the 60s and 70s because it is springtime. Definitely make sure to take your allergy medication though. I didn't do that one day and it was really rough. I just have them cracked a little because I don't have screens in them, but just let the breeze come through. It really just like freshens up the room, makes me feel a little happier. And then another thing, if you can see next to me, I just lit a candle. Very relaxing, which if you know me in real life, you know that I never light candles because my mom has always been like just so honest our whole lives about lighting them. Never done it really. I have been granted permission in my 20th year of age to light a candle in my room because it's come to this. Just adds a nice vibe, also smells really good obviously. Feel a little happier, anything helps. I'm gonna go look at my stat project because we have that due on Saturday, just kind of before the lab. And when I come back, I'm gonna give you guys some tips about how I try to stay productive throughout the day and kind of some tips that I've used that like actually work, that aren't just like, don't procrastinate. Okay. I was gonna just watch the lectures right after my lab because that's what I just finished, but I'm realizing I'm very hungry, so I'm gonna go downstairs and get, I don't even know if I would call it lunch, maybe lunch? Hello everyone, this is quite a very real look into my life. I'm eating my salad in my bed. It's actually so good. Definitely like not a very healthy salad, but it tastes good. So I've just been sitting here watching One Tree Hill, chilling out. See, I'm in my bed, I'm chilling out. So originally I was gonna do lectures right now. I actually think I'm going to edit some photos for the Kayo Mega Instagram. If you guys didn't know, I run that as a part of my media specialist job for Kayo. I also manage the website and stuff, but Instagram's kind of my main job. Right now I've been trying to post 2 to 3 times a week at least, and I have a bunch of posts planned out for the next like week or two just because school's winding down, so I want to make sure that like I finish up our 4th year shout out series, which I've been doing, which is like a whole another level of like posting. It's not even like, it's just very detailed. There's lots of spreadsheets. Am I even in focus? Today's Earth Day, which I didn't even know until I checked Instagram 10 minutes ago. I texted our chapter-wide group chat for pictures, and usually like a couple of people will send me pictures like, okay, and then I'll find some, whatever, it's fine. I literally got like 25 texts, so I don't know what I'm going to do with all these pictures. I can show you guys kind of my workflow, but like I have like all of these pictures saved from the girls, and I have a couple more people who just texted me that I need to save their pictures too. I honestly want to make a whole video about how I manage all this, because at first when I got the job, I thought it was just going to be like, okay, you take 2 pictures, you edit them, you post them, super easy. It's kind of just like way more work than I ever thought it could be, but I really enjoy it, honestly. It's really fun. All that to say, I'm going to stay sitting here and just go through all the pictures, pick my favorites, and then also import those into Lightroom, edit them, and then I think since I have obviously more than 10, because that's how many you can put in the feed post, I'm not even sure if I want to put 10 in the feed post, going to put some and do like a 3-click Insta story. I would totally make a video on this if you guys were interested. I know I love to learn about like social media management, and that's something I could see myself doing. I'm just gonna hang out here and edit some photos. That took me way longer than I probably should have. Basically, I just went in and like adjusted every single setting pretty much. That's great because it makes it a cohesive feed, but it also takes forever. I probably edited like 20 photos or so from start to finish, so I'd say that's like not too bad. I'm going to wait to post those though, because usually like the best posting time for the Instagram is around like 7 or 8 p.m. and not right now. It's like almost 4:30, so like not the best time. I'm gonna make another cup of coffee. I usually do so around like 3 to 5 depending on the day. Okay, so I wanted to sit down and just kind of talk to y'all about some more tips I have for productivity and just staying focused throughout the day. I can't even speak. I feel like the first couple weeks of quarantine were really difficult for me, and this is by no means trying to say that I have it all together right now, because I definitely don't. I've just gotten better at learning how I'm functioning during this time and just kind of where I work best and like how I need to do things. My first thing I want to show y'all is Notion. I swear I'm doing an entire video on this app. It is phenomenal. What I wanted to show y'all is how I have this week, and I have all the things I need to do, and then I have all the things I need to do each day. You can embed different pages in different things, so I have all my classes to watch, so you can go through, and when you select it, you can uncheck all of them at the same time, so I just use this every week. In general, you can do this on a sheet of paper. It just gives me more peace of mind to make sure that I have time to get my tasks done, but also that I'm getting them done in a timely fashion. Another major thing for me is this top 3. It really hones in on what's important. But then this next section here, really important things that like pretty much have to get done today, and then these 2 things are, yeah, that'd be nice, but don't necessarily have to get them done. Kind of structuring it like this helps me to see, okay, let's knock these 3 things out first and then move on from there. Gives me a sense of accomplishment, and like, yeah, maybe I only did 3 things today, but if those were the most important 3 things, then that's what matters. The weekly checklist has been really helpful during these online classes, because I have a lot of things due on Sunday or towards the end of the week. Sometimes I feel like I'm being productive and I'm like, oh, I've done things today, like don't worry. But then I look at the checklist for like the week and I'm like, Meg, you've done 1 thing on the checklist. Like maybe you need to get to work. It's also really nice to kind of see everything there at a glance and then assign it to the certain days. When this first started, I felt like I was missing lectures, like I wasn't sure what's going on. So having a list of lectures to like attend or watch or whatever, a list of assignments, and like a list of just like to-dos, very helpful for me. The best way for me to do online school is by watching my lectures in the morning, or not even in the morning, but like afternoon, like the first thing you do. I feel like those are the easiest to put off, but a lot of times you can't even do the assignments that go along with those lectures if you haven't watched them. So just making sure you knock them out as soon as possible. So I'm about to go watch mine, and then after that I'm going to go work on the assignments for them. So it just makes it a little bit easier when you're doing those assignments, and then also you don't forget to do the lectures. Another thing, if you're really struggling for like staying focused and staying on track, because I had a paper the other week to write and I just like couldn't bring myself to do it. And so what I did was I set like 20 or 25 minute timers and just was like, okay, do this like one section, write write this one paragraph in this time. I found that it really kept me on track and I got the paper done a lot faster. Be like, okay, you just have to work for 25 minutes and then you can take a break. Just kind of gets you into that groove of being productive, and then you'll want to do more tasks later on. School, I went to the library a ton, often with my friends, and so I kind of miss that social time. So one of the things I'll do is I'll FaceTime Liv. We'll both keep our cameras on, but we'll mute each other. No, we'll mute ourselves. Okay. It's almost like we're at the library, like we're doing work. We both see the other doing work, so we're motivated to do work, much like you are at a library and you're hanging out with your friends. But it's just kind of nice to like have that social time, but then also still like be focused and get your work done and be motivated by them. So that's just something I've been trying just to kind of keep myself sane and emulate some kind of normalcy. My last tip kind of goes back to the whole thing of separating your work and regular life, and that is to have separate tabs for everything. I have a whole window with my Netflix or my Hulu, my YouTube videos that I've queued up, and then I'll minimize that. And then I have like a whole separate school window with Google Calendar and my collab page. It's just very much like, okay, when I have my school page open, I'm doing school, I minimize that. Okay, now I'm gonna open my YouTube page. It helps to just kind of separate those two things. I've done this forever. I hope those tips helped y'all. I know it's just been kind of a struggle for me, and I feel weird admitting that as someone who's literally been in school for 14 years, 15, I don't even know, like so many years, but I honestly feel like I've gotten it under control now. Definitely, if you guys have any tips, leave them down below. I would love to hear them. We can all help each other out in the comments. Yes, love it. I'm going to be good at my word, and I'm going to go watch my lectures so that I can do some of my other assignments. I finished my hardest lecture, my style lecture. I used to like take a quiz every time you do it, and the quizzes are actually really hard in my opinion. Even like if you have the lecture open while you're doing it, like it's just really difficult. So that always takes a while. I have 2 more lectures to go, so like an hour more, and they are far more enjoyable. And then once I have those done, I'll have one of my top 3 crossed off for today.
Moving now on to the promised topic, Jason in the building. Please, Jason, your host.
Before I get going on the last lecture, I am going to do like 10 minutes of TikTok dances because I need to move a little bit. I've been doing the savage dance, which I've known for so long, and I just look so bad doing it. I want to learn the one, like the super lonely one. I know like parts of it, but I don't know like the whole like, yeah. One of these days I will get this dance. I cannot do the whole like throw it back thing. Some people can like do a different move and have it look good. I cannot do that. I can kind of hit the wall. I don't know why I'm so embarrassed to post it on TikTok, because even though I look horrible, I posted it on the internet, so.
Most commonly, these surrogates of your party. Terrorists and dangerous criminals kept out.
Honestly, these days, sometimes I put on shoes just to feel something. I actually have a good reason for putting on shoes. I am going on a quick little drive. I've been doing this recently, especially around golden hour, which is around like 7:15 to like 8 o'clock. It's really nice out. The temperature is usually just right. It's just really nice. So I got back from my drive. It was super therapeutic. It's just really nice to get out of the house. I had dinner, and it's almost 9 o'clock now, which means that we're about to have our WebEx call. And I was just looking at some of the things, like the rest of my to-do list for today, and I realized I have 2 more things due tonight before 12, so I'm kind of nervous about that, but I'm sure it'll be fine like by the time everything works out. But whoops.
It's your time to shine.
Just kidding.
Mom, smile. Smile.
Our family call was really good. It was nice to see everyone, but it's now 10:52 and I'm still not done with my stat homework due at 12. So I'm gonna work on that real quick. Hopefully I'll get it done. I'm like literally just so in the passing mindset right now. That's a very real day in the life, people. Like we are just cutting corners. This is what happens when you rely on your group for the whole time and then you have to do it yourself and you're like, don't know how to do that. Okay, so I just finished my stat homework. It's 11:50, got it in under the gun, but honestly these days, like, take what I can get. I am going to end the video here, but I just want to thank you guys for sticking with me today, and hopefully this inspires you, especially if you're feeling kind of like you're in a slump during this time. I know I have definitely felt that certain days, and not every day is as productive. Sometimes they're more productive. So I hope these tips kind of helped you guys to get out of that rut and at least get a couple things done. I found that taking like an hour a day aside for myself, whether it be going on the drive or journaling or reading or something like that, just makes me feel a whole lot better about this whole situation. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new, definitely subscribe down below. I have a bunch of new videos coming. I am about to start filming my finals week of my life, so definitely look out for that, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye guys.